Hello. Hello, hello. Hey, how are you? Hello. This is way later than I usually go live, but um I hope it gives other people a chance to join who otherwise couldn't. Hello from New York. Yes, of course, you're allowed to ask questions. Usually, typically, what I do with my lives, for those of you who are new, is I'll speak a little bit about the topic that I have on the title, and then after I speak on that, I usually start answering questions in the order that they come in. So if you want to start putting your questions now, you can do so, but I wait usually for people to come in, and then I'll talk about what I have wrote in the title, and then we'll get to the questions. Guys, I have this thing that I manifested. I just don't know whether to trust it because I don't know. So sorry, something is taking my attention away from me. So I had been affirming very, 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 very little to manifest $1,000. Um, and this company reaches out to me to do a promotional video for 1,400, which is way over what I asked for. But I'm not sure if it's. I don't know if it's real or not. I mean, I'm talking back and forth with the manager of that company, so hopefully through conversation I can decipher whether or not it's a legit offer. Anyways, all right. I think enough people are in here to start. Okay, so if you guys read my title, also if you see me look down, I'm reading your comments on my phone because the comments on here on YouTube tend to disappear so fast. So I just read them on my phone. So if you see me look down, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just reading. I'm just reading off my phone. Okay. So if you see the title, you notice that I wrote matter doesn't matter. It means that your physical reality, like the things around you, like that, doesn't have to matter unless you say so. Meaning you can choose to ignore the things that you don't like in your 3D reality when you are manifesting literally anything. Say you're manifesting to go to a school, but they gave you a decline letter. That doesn't matter. They're them declining you is literally like nothing because you can go and affirm the opposite and it has to happen. It has to come true. Whether you have the GPA or the test scores for it, it literally doesn't matter. What you say has to become fact because that is how law of assumption works. So the 3D reality doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter until you decide it does. So you have this power that at any given moment you can make something be the way you want it to be. And a lot of people fail to understand that nothing is set in stone unless you want it to. Nothing is permanent unless you want it to be. Because you are God of your reality. You are the person that decides everything. Everything is going and happening through you and your assumptions. Therefore, you get something that you don't like. Me personally, if something happens that I don't like, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna like throw a fit. I'm not gonna like have a tantrum, because guess what? When you do all these things for something that you don't want, you're only reacting because you are accepting what you are seeing. So reacting is accepting. If you're not accepting the thing that you don't want, why are you reacting? That's what I believe. I know some people, they're much more emotional, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can feel your emotions, even like certain things for me that that affect me in different ways. I allow myself to feel those emotions, and I don't do it for longer than 90 seconds. Some people may feel like that's extreme, but honestly, 90 seconds is how long emotions take to pass, give or take the severity of what it is. But for the most part, it's 90 seconds. I'll feel whatever it is I have to feel emotion wise, and then I'll let it go. There is no reason why you should be holding on to a negative situation longer than 5 minutes, truthfully, because all you're doing is giving more attention to that thing, and whatever you feed energy to, it has no choice but to grow. So now a problem that you had that was minor now becomes bigger and bigger and bigger because you cannot take your focus off of it. So this is what I mean when I say matter does not matter. If it's not something that you don't like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be permanent. It doesn't have to stay in your reality if you don't want it to. Same thing with money. You can have $10 to your name right now. You can decide to not accept that fact. Why? Because everything is happening through you, and you're the operant power. So even if the 3D is showing you you have $10, your job as a master manifester is to decide that that bank account says 20,000, 10,000, $15,000, and you stay there. You stay there until it happens. It doesn't matter if situations are going opposite to what you want it to be. It doesn't matter if people are knocking at your door to collect bills. It doesn't matter if you're behind on rent. Understand that the more focus you put on the things you see in your imagination, the more you will start to see them appear in your 3D reality. Why? Because everything happens in the mind first. You will not experience anything you have not thought of. So everything you have here in the 3D is because it was once a thought that became reality. If you don't want something anymore, take the power that you have away from it, which is your attention. Take the attention off of the $10 that you have in the 3D and put your attention on what your imagination can create, which is like how much ever money you want to have in your bank account. Whether that be 2,000 or 10,000 or 30 or 50,000, it doesn't matter. You pay more attention to that than what you're actually seeing in the 3D. I always tell people, when you are manifesting anything, shut down your five senses. Shut it down. Doesn't matter. Pretend it doesn't exist. That's what we're on the road to getting people to understand. Anything you want to manifest, shut your five senses down. If you're manifesting an SP and he's not acting the way you want him to, guess what? You don't see him. That's not him. He's saying something to you that you don't like, guess what? You didn't hear it. He's not like doing the things that you want, you didn't see that. It's all a game. You have to be able to master these things if you want your 3D to reflect the things that you are wanting. The 3D doesn't matter. The matter does not matter unless you want it to. And that's where we derive all our power from, is source. Source is within us. It's consciousness that we have to give attention to whenever we want to. Um, Lots of people tell me, how do I master this? It just takes practice. Truthfully, it just takes practice. You can't be so reactive with the 3D when you're manifesting anything. You know why? Because we call that lazy manifesting. A lazy manifester allows the 3D to throw something at you and you just react. We're no longer doing that. That's not what this whole journey is about, because you're allowing your emotions to tell you if your manifestation is going to happen or not. We do not do that. We control every part of ourselves, and through that, we understand that we can react however we want to react. We don't have to let our emotions take over, because we're the operant power. So I want you to remember that anytime you are manifesting literally anything, it doesn't matter, whether it be body changes, whether it be money, whether it be a position at your job, or you manifesting an SP or a car or a house, it does not matter. Pay more attention to the things that you want rather than the things you don't want, and eventually, as you start manifesting these things, they get easier and easier and easier and easier. My suggestion would be start off with things that are small. If you're starting off in manifestation this year or however and you're not seeing results, start testing your power with smaller things. Maybe manifest a blue butterfly or a giraffe or whatever. So you can start seeing your power in these little things. So you can have more faith when it comes to manifesting the quote unquote big things. I don't honestly believe that there are big things. It takes the same amount of energy to manifest $1 as it does 1,000. It's all how you perceive it. So it's the same thing. Just start off with something small so your logic mind can start bypassing those beliefs. And through that, you get better and better and better and better. See, my thing is, the reason why I'm so good at manifesting is because I didn't quit. I didn't want to quit. I wanted to actually get this. And that's the part people fail, because once they get one or two things that don't go their way, they want to just give up. And like, you cannot do that. Imagine getting on a bike, falling, and then never doing it again. Like, you'll never learn how to get on the bike and ride it. Imagine going ice skating and then falling, and then, like, are you just gonna get mad because you fell? I mean, you're brand new to this. You're not gonna, like, just get it immediately, you know? Um, hello, hello. Hello. Okay. I'm gonna start answering the questions from top to bottom. So if you wrote a question, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just going in the order that they came in. Hello. When affirming for money, any advice? Okay, so my advice when you are affirming for money, like I just stated previously, ignore what you actually have. That's what I did for the longest time to start getting my money situation to become better. If I opened my wallet and I only saw 15, 20 bucks, mentally I'm thinking, no, that's $20,000. If I open up my bank account and I only see $10, no, you could not convince me that there wasn't $30,000 in there. You just couldn't. Because I knew and I understood that if I focused on the lack of what I don't have, that is what will persist in my reality. So it's all a mental game. It's all what you consistently perceive in your reality. Because guess what? Your subconscious does not have eyes. It doesn't know what it's seeing unless you tell it what it is that you want. It doesn't know if it's real or fake. It just knows what you consistently focus on. So when you're affirming or manifesting money, regardless of what the 3D is showing you, you affirm for the new story. So if your affirmation is I'm rich and wealthy, I'm rich and wealthy, you will persist in that regardless of what you see, regardless of what people tell you, regardless of the bills coming in, and you will eventually start seeing money situations improve for you. How long you've been manifesting a 1K for? I think it was 3 days. It was 3 days, and this company reached out to me, and they are offering me 1,400. How to manifest desired college admission acceptance. I tried, did well in exam, but failed to manifest. Now I am manifesting a college lower than previous one. Can you please explain how to do that? So you can use the affirmation that I am so happy that I got accepted to blank. Consistently say that and do not waver. I don't care what the 3D has showed you. Even if they gave you like a sorry, we have declined your acceptance, delete that email. If it was a mail that they sent to your house, burn it, throw it away. I don't care what you do with it, just don't look at it because you decide what happens in your reality, not someone else. I'm so happy I got accepted to blank. I love my new dorm. I love my professors. Everyone is so nice to me. I had an amazing first day of class. Um, the campus is so amazing. And you just persist in a story that's favorable. And you stay there. You just stay there. Do not waver because it has no choice but to manifest. It has no choice. It's the law of assumption, not the law of sometimes, not the law of once in a while, the law of Tuesdays. No, it's every single day. Whatever you assume has to become your reality. Let's see. Hello. Does repetition work if you do it constantly? Yes. If you're someone that likes to robotically affirm, you can manifest perfectly fine. How do I know? Because I've done it. I also am someone who manifests by affirming casually throughout my day, and that also works. I am also someone that manifests without adding emotion into my affirmations and visualizations, and I still manifest. Have you wondered that it's so amazing that so many people make videos about how to manifest and it still works? It means all you have to do literally to manifest is throw a shot in the dark and it will still happen. All you have to do is just stay consistent to the new story and use whatever way you want and it'll still happen. I've completed 10K affirmations, now what? Okay, so now that you completed affirming 10,000 times, your job is to stay in the favorable story. Stay in the knowing that whatever it is that you want is inevitable. Stay in the story of you've already received this thing. So if anyone asks you about it, it already happened. You wake up in the middle of the night being doubtful. Guess what? No, it's not because it already happened. So you just stay there. Why do people break their promises with me? What is the reflection of that? Is this due to my dealing with myself or just thoughts? It could be that within you, you have an assumptions that people are not true to their word. And so, because you probably have so many experiences with that, your logic mind now thinks of that as an assumption. Thus, every time people make a promise to you, they don't keep their word. But if you wanted to, you can affirm that people are always keeping their word with you. People are always true to their word when they make promises to you. And you persist in that affirmation. And if you even get an inkling that someone's about to not come through with their promise, guess what? You tell yourself, no, they promised me, so it's gonna happen. They promised me, so it's gonna happen. They promised me, so it's going to happen. And you have to keep repeating these things until it eventually does happen. Even if you're saying it and someone does not um, commit through their promise, say it anyway. Continue to say it anyways. And then you'll start to see that story change. I got two manifestations on the same day that I visualized at the same time a couple of weeks ago. Oh, okay. Getting the ball rolling. Every time I try to focus on myself, my thoughts take me to SP and make me think about him a lot. How can I focus on myself more than SP? Um, so realistically, this is going to happen through discipline. If you want, you can make a list of affirmations that only have to do with you, only have to do with things about you. I am, you can say things like, I'm prioritized, I'm pursued, I always get everything I want. Or um, you can affirm for what I keep seeing on TikTok and Instagram, lucky girl syndrome. I'm the luckiest girl in the world. I'm the luckiest boy in the world. I always get everything that I want. Everything is always going in my favor. I am a master manifester. And you just say things like that. And then whenever your mind takes you to other things, you redirect, redirect, redirect every single time. Do not allow your thoughts to control you. Why? Because it's your brain and you control those thoughts. And you just keep doing it, 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 and it'll get easier and easier. Are you part Asian? Nope. Full Hispanic. Hello. You are a unique teacher for me. Thank you. I love to listen to you. Oh, thank you so much. I love teaching you guys. Hello. I always have third party in my mind after I moved to SP's country. I can't ignore it. Any tips? So my tips would be make a list of affirmations that consist of things outside of third party. Like make an affirmation that your SP is extremely loyal to you. Your SP loves you and only you. Your SP is infatuated with only you. Say affirmations that make you feel better. Because if you make an affirmation that he's obsessed and infatuated with you, there can't be any doubt that he's gonna go like someone else because the infatuation is with you. Do these things to make yourself feel better. And then do what I used to do, where I used to self soothe myself by talking to myself. I would talk to myself and ask questions like, okay, what proof do I have that what I'm thinking is real? Why is it easier for me to believe something negative than it is for me to think something positive? And do not tell yourself or try to convince yourself that it's harder, because it's not. Because 9 times out of 10, the negative thing that you're worrying about that you have no proof for, you have no proof for. So why is it easier for you to believe that than something good with no proof? So you just self-soothe. Ask yourself questions like I just gave you an example as, and you'll get better. It definitely is a process. It doesn't have to take forever, but you have to be consistent with it. Hello. Oh, I lost my spot. I'm currently studying abroad and I want to find a group of friends to travel to different countries with. How should I manifest a group and a way to go to all the countries I'm wanting to go to? So immediately when I get asked like how to do something, my mind wants to say visualize, because I don't know if anyone else is like this, but sometimes it's much easier for me to picture something than it is to put it in words. So I think that's why I'm so like good with visualizing. Um, so my immediate thing to do is visualize myself at a table with a whole bunch of people that I claim are my new friends. And you visualize yourself maybe like with a passport, getting stamps, traveling together in an airplane. Don't really think about how it's gonna happen. Just see yourself in these different countries, in these different states together. See yourselves moving together, um, eating together, like shopping together. That's like one of my like go-to ideas that I see. But you could also affirm things like, I'm so happy I met these new group of people and we're like great friends. We travel together. We have an amazing time together. I meet people so easily. I make friends so easily. And you just persist in that. How do you keep positive in the in between of getting a job? My suggestion would be do the things that make you feel good. So go out and get a coffee if that makes you feel good. Go and like read your favorite book, or go to your favorite store and sit there and draw if that's what you like. But in the meantime, I want you to be affirming the positive story. So say things like, I'm so happy I have this new job. I love my coworkers. Everyone is so amazing. My manager is amazing. They're so nice. I have amazing benefits. And you just stay there. You're welcome. Do you favor affirming or states better? Um, Truth be told, my my go-to thing to do when manifesting is changing states, but I know like a lot of people have like trouble getting there, so that's why my whole channel is basically about affirming and visualizing and giving you guys those types of techniques. But if I want something, I literally will put myself in a version of me that already has it, and I just stay there. Like it's like an internal shift that I can get to that's like almost instantaneously, and I manifest through that. How to impress the mind. So you impress the mind by consistently repeating affirmations, or consistently visualizing something, or consistently scripting something. So the more you do it, the more your mind will begin to make new neural pathways, and those new neural pathways then start to become impressed on your subconscious mind. Why am I getting bad dreams and the opposite of my manifestation after I affirmed and visualized? So it doesn't happen to me as often, or I don't remember the last time it happened, but it could just be a purging of those negative things coming out of you. I honestly would not worry too much about dreams or negative things happening in your 3D, because as long as you're affirming or visualizing the new story, then it has no choice but to happen, regardless of what you're seeing in the 3D. It could just be that your subconscious is more impressed or has more proof of negative things than positive. And so just let those things move out of you and stay in the wish fulfilled. Stay in the positive story. I'm glad that my videos help you. Yeah, if you have like a question on anything, I'm sure you guys can go back to like my older videos and get advice there if I don't answer something here. And honestly, I feel like if I stopped making videos, I have enough videos on my channel to literally answer any of your guys' questions. I wanted to ask, can I manifest rank 01 in competitive exam with, without studying or less studying? If yes, please tell how. My belief is that you can just affirm that you have the knowledge already of the exam. You know you know how the test is going to go. You just are already prepared. You already passed the exam. But also be open to how that can happen. And yeah. I've been affirming for manifesting millions out of thin air, and it's been 2 months and nothing. What should I do? Please help. I have bills piling up and so much debt. You stay in the new story. Stay in the new story that you're manifesting millions. But with that affirmation, I want you to also accompany maybe like a more general one. See what happens when you add a more generalized affirmation, like you're rich and wealthy. Money is always easy for you to manifest. You manifest money effortlessly. I want you to add something more general. Oops. I want you to add something more general to what you're already using and see how that works for you. But remember what I said, no matter what, you stay in the favorable story. Don't let 3D circumstances like make you waver from your desired goal. Stay in what you want, and eventually you'll start to see situations happen in your favor that cause you to manifest more and more money. What playlist is that in the background? I really like it. So the lo-fi that I'm listening to is it's on YouTube. It's called Lo-Fi Study Vibes, and it's from Bears Chill Hop. And it's the one that says Lo-Fi Study Vibes. It has a heart, lo-fi hip hop, and chill hop mix, study music, relaxing music. So that's the one I'm listening to currently. Hello. Hello. What is Neville's view on death? If I can remember correctly, because death is one of those things where I don't know, I'm like very weird with death. I don't actively search for information on it. Like, honestly, I'm the type of person where I skip things about it because I can't. Not that I'm fearful of it, it's just like I don't want my thoughts to go there, if that makes sense. But from what I remember from Neville talking about death is I think he was one of those people that really embraced when death was going to happen to him. Like he was not like a fearful person of it. Like he kind of saw it as like one of those things where like yeah, it's your time and you get to rest and like no one should be afraid of this. But that's the extent to what I know on his views on death. Do we need to believe our affirmations? And no, you do not. You don't have to believe your affirmations when you're manifesting because eventually it'll happen on its own. I've manifested so many things that I didn't believe in and it still happened. So don't feel scared if you're not believing them right away. Eventually it'll just happen on its own. Do negative thoughts that come up suddenly with such resistance from the mind, and I confirm that my negative thoughts are the opposite. I feel a war going on in my mind. What should I do? Um, be be more disciplined when it comes to the things that you allow yourself to um, take on, right? Like when I say be more disciplined, I mean don't feel so accepting of the negative things that your mind tries to tell you. Don't be so accepting of the things that your mind wants you to believe, because our thoughts and our mind is through evolution is trained to make us stay in a comfort zone because it wants to keep us safe and away from dying. Obviously not every situation requires like a life or death situation. Therefore, your subconscious doesn't know that. It doesn't know that not every situation is life or death. Therefore, it's going to try to keep you safe, and the easiest way to do that is by giving you these thoughts that are negative. Be disciplined enough to not allow those things to, let's say, ruin your day or ruin your mood, and you work on this consistently. it takes some time to get used to, especially in the beginning, because you're so, maybe some people are so used to, like, as soon as you get a negative thought, it just ruins your whole day, right? So if that's you for so long, obviously when you start to do the opposite, it's going to be a little tricky. It's not impossible, but you need to start somewhere. Be more disciplined with not accepting those negative things as fact, and you'll start to see like improvements. Do we need to take action in the 3D to fulfill our desires? My personal belief is you do not need to take action, because you will do it automatically without you even knowing you're doing it. It's called inspired action. Um, at least that is my most favorite way of manifesting. I don't take action for anything, literally anything. I don't take action. And when I say inspired action, I mean I literally like I do and I don't do anything. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so I was manifesting for like a friend to show up, or to meet this friend that I haven't been talking to in a while, right? Randomly, I get the urge to go to the grocery store and buy more markers. I don't know why. I just needed these markers, but I wanted to get these markers. So I get up without even thinking that I was going to meet this person there. I go to the grocery shop to get these markers. And who do I see in one of the aisles that I'm passing? This person that I was manifesting. So that was inspired action. My subconscious knew to give me that thought, to give me that urge to get up and go to Target to go see that person to fulfill my desires. I was not thinking about it. I was not like going to Target with the intention of meeting this person. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought I needed markers, and my manifestation was there. And your subconscious is perfect. It knows how to get you every desire you want perfectly. So don't really worry about how to get your manifestation. You'll automatically do it. You won't even realize you're doing it. When you were manifesting a new SP from a list, around how long did it take you? Excuse me. So SP and people and communication for me is so fast. When it comes to money and people, I can manifest someone like literally in under 2 days. Like I'm not even, my fastest was like an hour. Um, I don't know. I don't have any resistance. Like I just know, like I know that this works. So I don't put up a fight when I say that I want this person to show up for me, or I want to meet this person, or I want this person to text me. It's just not like I don't have any resistance. So it's like super fast. If you, what does that mean? Effect, how will that help? If you talk good about yourself and assure yourself you have achieved those, how can that motivate you to achieve it for real? Um, so it's different for everyone, but I know for me, when I have a desire for something, or if I have a goal for something, for some reason, there's a fire that builds within me to do whatever it is that I need to do for that thing. And it's not like I'm doing it for that sole desire. It's just like if you were in that position, you'd be doing it anyways, right? So if I want to become a content creator and have all these subscribers and have a specific goal, of course I'm gonna make videos, because I'd be doing that anyways if I was this viral person online. If I was like this huge sensation that people go to and watch videos of, right? I mean, my goals for my channel are not that like intense, because believe it or not, like the amount of people that I have that come get manifestation coaching from me are a lot, even with the amount of people that I get. A lot of people that come to me are like people that are not subscribed, either because they don't want people to know that they're manifesting or like anything like that. But going back to what you were saying, I don't know, it's like different for some people. Some people can affirm for trying to make $1 million, and maybe you don't do anything and you just get an idea of a product to make or a service to provide, and that fuels you to get that running, and then through that maybe you get the $1 million or the 2 million, whatever. But you just don't ever know, truly, honestly. It's not like um it's not like you will be lazy. I mean, you can if you wanted to, but I find more times than not you'll be driven to do something on your own. Can you practice being in states when it comes to abundance? Do you feel neutral because it's already done? Yeah. Sometimes when I'm manifesting a specific amount of money, I can immediately put myself in the state of being wealthy or in the state of being neutral. Because sometimes it's easier for me to be neutral than to like put myself in a version of me that's like super super wealthy. I mean, I can. It's easier now, but it's much easier to be neutral, and I can do that almost instantly. You're welcome. Can I assume everything is already done? YouTube and Twitter are making a comment. Yes. If literally all you took from this live is that you believe that it's already done, then it's done. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. Everything that transpires for you to get your manifestation will happen on its own. So you manifested so many things you did not believe in because you dissolved the attachment. Correct. Attachment keeps us in bondage, right? Um, I wouldn't say I was completely detached. I was detached from the old story. I guess that would be a better way to put it. Because you can think of your desire 24/7 as long as you're thinking about it in a favorable story. Now, if you're someone that can't think of something in a favorable story, affirm for it in a favorable story and then let it go. Because it's better for you to think about it positively than to think about it all day negatively, if that makes sense. I've manifested so much, and yet some voice tried to be like, it's hard when I know it's not. Yeah, and that's the ego. That's the part of you that even for me, people that are really good with manifesting, that's something that you won't entirely 100% be able to get rid of. There's even times where like I'll get that little voice in the back of my head telling me otherwise when I know I have so much proof, when I've manifested so many things that yeah, this is real and this is working for me. That's our base programming. Over time and manifesting and having so much proof, I've been able to lower and lower and lessen that voice. But can you get rid of it completely? I mean, I'm probably on my way to doing it, but don't be surprised if here and there you still get that voice. I keep delaying affirming because affirming reminds of the painful emotions caused by the 3D. You can work on it. You can work on self soothing. So maybe today you might affirm for that thing a couple times and then question yourself on things like, this is not my final reality. The things that happened in the past are just in the past. I'm the operant power. I make this thing change because I said so. And you just do things like that, make you feel more empowered, things that make you feel more like you're god of your reality. And if you can do that through either maybe listening to other people's testimonies or like other people's manifestations, then do so. With things like this, I suggest maybe taking baby steps just to ease yourself into it. But it's not going to be hard forever, trust me. If you would have told me that I would have been manifesting like I am now, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, I probably would have laughed in your face, told you you were crazy, and that my life is already set in stone. Now, like, everything is so easy. But you can also get there too. Like, everyone can get there. It's not the most difficult thing in the world. It just takes persistence and some patience and discipline. Hello. Okay, guys, I will try to answer one more question. Maybe something that we haven't answered, and then I will leave you guys to the rest of your day to enjoy and put into practice what I've been telling you guys here today. Mushrooms cancel out the ego temporarily, at least. They can help you feel your way to the wish fulfilled. Oh, I didn't know that. I did hear mushrooms were good, but was it like through microdosing or something? Would you get the same effect through microdosing? I don't even think I should be talking about that because I don't want to get flagged. But hopefully the bot did not catch that. But please let me know. I'm a very open person, to be honest. I am down to try it. I would like to manifest traveling around the world, feeling joyous and unconditional loving with gratitude. How? Um, so my favorite way to do this is maybe close your eyes and imagine yourself in these locations. What do you see? What do you feel? Maybe if you want to go to Hawaii, feel the breeze on your face, on your skin, maybe the grittiness of the sand on your toes. How does it feel to have um, or to be in that hotel, maybe by the beach? Maybe you can hear the seagulls. Maybe you can hear like the waiters asking you for a drink. Put yourself there now, and you just consistently do it until it feels more natural and easier and easier. Okay, one more. How do you embody being wealthy when your 3D reminds you your financial limitations? How do you pretend you have the money in the 3D? So when it comes to situations like this, it could be easier for someone to maybe visualize or affirm rather than um, embodying the state, because a lot of people struggle with embodying the state. So when your 3D is throwing curveballs at you, bills, things you have to pay for, I want you to shut down your five senses and ignore that. I know it's hard because it feels so real. Like it feels like you're drowning. It feels like you're not gonna be able to pay these things and you're gonna have all this trouble. But I'm telling you, you create everything. Close your eyes and affirm you're rich, you're wealthy, you're rich, you're wealthy. Money flows to me easily. Every time I spend money, I receive it back times 10. Every time I give people money, I get it back times 10. My world takes care of me. I am abundant, I am opulent, I live a luxurious lifestyle. Money is always here for me. I always have money to spare. I always give people money. All my bills are taken care of. I always have more than enough money for everything. And this is the story that you want to stay in. You stay there, and you do not acknowledge the 3D. You do not acknowledge it. Do not take away the thing that is so valuable, which is your energy, which is your time, affirming for the things that you don't want. Your energy above anything else is the most valuable. It's like currency. It's the thing that makes everything happen around you. Well, what is happening? Yeah. Take the energy away from things that don't serve you and put it into things that do. And that is you affirming for the desired reality that you want to be in. A lot of people are so used to entertaining the things that they don't want. Therefore, surprise, surprise, you are rewarded with more of those things that you don't want. So you need to take your attention away from it. And then you'll start to notice things are shifting. And maybe it might not be the same day, maybe it might be 2 days later. But guess what? Even though it's not immediate, it's it's inevitable. Because if you would have, say you got a negative situation happen with money, and you would have just consistently affirmed for the positive story today, in 2 to 3 days, you would get the turnaround. Maybe in a week, you'd see the turnaround. But guess what? If you didn't start a week ago or 3 days ago, when something does manifest, it's more of the thing that you don't want, which is like the complaining or the I don't have this or I'm lacking this, right? So just put your energy into the things that do serve you, and you just stay there, stay consistent, and be disciplined, and only entertain the things that bring you joy and the things that help you elevate. And yeah, that's all you do. Anyways, I hope you guys had fun with this live. Oh, thanks for the 199. I appreciate it so much. I hope you guys had fun with this live and you guys learned a lot and you start implementing the things that I taught here today. If you guys want one-on-one coaching, please contact me at conjuredrealm@gmail.com. I have open availability. All this week I do. I have availability, so let me know, and I will get back to you. But anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, and say the positive of whatever situation you're in, and you will start to see good things manifest. All right, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.